Hello everyone, my name is Reese Steinberg and I just love my name. Names are an interesting thing because some are beautiful just by themselves or with their first, middle, and last names. Some people love their names and some people are always asking themselves, why did my parents name me this? Some names fit perfectly with the owner's personality and hold a special meaning, like if you're named after another family member. And other people think that their name is just boring because it's a common name. Let's look at my first name, Reese. Now I briefly talked about my first name in my last video where I talked about my love-hate relationship with Reese's peanut butter cups and how I would much rather be associated with Reese Witherspoon. One of my favorite parts about my name is how uniquely simple and rare it is. I've never heard people mess up my name because again, if you've heard of the candy or the actress, you pretty much know my name. But it's also the perfect amount of rare that I won't need to worry about there being other people in my classes to confuse me with. This has only happened in 1 or 2 classes, once at school and once at summer camp when there was another girl named Reese who I did not like. But I do have this one particular question that comes to mind. Do you ever feel like you're in this secret competition with whoever shares the same name as you? Now, to anyone who has a more common name, this may not apply, but anyone who does have this nice rare name, do you get me? Or am I just oddly defensive around other Reeses? I would love to know what you guys think. Like, it's never gotten to the point where I don't want to be friends with someone just because they're named Reese. But I do think that's odd that I want to be the dominant Reese in the room. Anyway, Reese means fiery, and anyone that knows me well would say that this is true for me. When you watch my videos, you imagine that my setup in my room is really in a volcano with lava circling the floors, right? When I interpret fiery, I imagine the word determined or powerful. I'm a very determined person. I may get frustrated, but I'm not actually annoyed. I'm just so obsessed with achieving my goal. For example, before the pandemic started, I started going to an American Ninja Warrior gym. Now, in case you have no idea what this is, I'll quickly explain. American Ninja Warrior, or ANW, is a show where competitors compete on an obstacle course. Now, this isn't some sort of fake competition show. Everything is completely real. I actually went to the city finals taping in Tacoma for season 11 a few years ago. My slideshow video from the event is in the description down below if you want to watch. One of the most iconic obstacles in the show is the warped wall. This obstacle has been in the show every season, and it was easily the most anticipated obstacle for me to start training on. When I started training the warped wall, I was very surprised of how hard it actually is. You don't realize how steep running up a wall is until, well, you're running up a wall. But after you're finished and you're finally on the top, there's no better feeling. You just want to stay up there forever. You are truly the king, or in my case, the queen, of the world looking over her kingdom. Now, this connects to my first name because I would get frustrated when I wouldn't make it up the wall. But I never stopped believing. I knew I would get up there eventually if I just kept working and working every single time that I could. So even if I do look annoyed, please know that it's not an I'm not good enough annoyance, but more of an, okay, what do I need to do so that way I win in the future? Moving on to my middle name of Ryan. Ryan means illustrious, which for anyone who doesn't know, illustrious means well-known, admired, and admired for past achievements. Now, because I want to be a singer-songwriter, this definitely intrigues me. However, before I take this as a sign that I will become a chart-topping singer-songwriter one day, let's look at my more recent experiences. For example, if we take my summer camps in Eva Glen, I'm actually pretty well-known, and I know many others. A part of this is the fact that my dad went to the summer camp when he was my age. So many of the kids that I went to camp with, their parents actually went with my dad. Moving on to Steinberg. The first part of my last name, Stein, means stone, and the second half, Berg, means hill. As we're talking about names, I guess we could also talk about zodiac signs. Like names, zodiac signs have been known for being quite accurate regarding personality traits in people. I am an Aquarius, and Aquariuses are usually very picky people. Now, I don't mean this in a food-related manner, but in a social way. We can either be the life of the party when we want to be, or we can be dreading any human interaction and just want to stay home reading a nice good book. By the way, I finished reading The Notebook this week, and it was definitely a lot harder to read than watching the movie. Now, based on research, I have found that Aquariuses are very independent and unique people. Something interesting that I've found is that because of how uniquely individually and Aquariuses, it's very hard to put them in a specific group. We tend to change unknowingly with little warning. This could be the reason why I do end up changing myself a lot. When I say change, I don't mean my personality. I just mean more my values. My best comparison would be how Taylor Swift changes for each album. She is always Taylor Swift, however her aesthetic and style is new. My question this week is, how accurate is the meaning of your name compared to your personality? Anyways, this is all I have to say for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like, and since you're in that screen anyway, why not hit the subscribe button? I hope to see you next week, and remember to stay your extraordinary self.